Hey everybody, it's Chad. It's day 20. Some of you have been asking me about how I prep my meals and do my meal planning. The key to success with this journey for me is preparation. If I can have the meals prepared on the weekends in advance, the temptations are almost completely gone. It's powerful to be prepared. So the cookbook I've been using is How Not to Die Cookbook by Michael Greger. And he's got a book. I haven't read that yet. I'm still working on the China study. So the book is really good. A couple things about it I really like is there's a lot of variety. You can easily scale and bulk, which is nice. Absolutely must have for being prepared. And the flavors are really good. And I'm about to show you some of the things he recommends you make as your seasoning mixes and your flavorings. And you can make those in bulk and put them in the fridge and you're ready to have those whenever you make a meal. Quick warning, if you're not trying to reverse a heart-related issue, then you might think about adding a little bit of salt. Too much salt is bad for your blood pressure. I'm really trying to get mine down, and so I'm following this to the T. There's not a lot of salt in it. The white miso paste obviously provides some sodium. The flavors are good, and as your palate adjusts, you'll start to experience those flavors more and more. Things that have been covered by salt and sugar will really start to stand out after a while. Okay, so he starts off with these simple preparations. I've created this date syrup and it's really good. You just put some dates in boiling water, and a little bit of lemon, and you blend that up. And that makes a really good sweetener and has a lot of fiber. He recommends using the whole lemons and whole limes. Instead of lime juice, you get more fiber out of the whole lemon. So I just put it in a food processor and it works really well. This is one of the staples, and I'd never tried nutritional yeast, but it's got good protein in it. It is plant-based, animal-free. I'm gonna show you in a minute here, time-lapse, how I throw all that together. Here's a jar I guess I made that 2 weeks ago. I made it for when my detox ended. That is almost gone. I think it was about up to here. You use quite a bit of that to flavor everything. I haven't made this yet, but it gives kind of a cheesy flavor, so I'm looking forward to trying that. Umami sauce is an Asian sauce. I made the vegetable broth from the store, unsalted. It's a little bit pricey. I think you get 4 cups for $2.50, and I made like 3 or 4 of these batches for $10. So if each batch makes 6 cups, I really made out on the deal. But it does require quite a bit of work. Good to bulk up. And I'm gonna try this today, the balsamic date glaze, just taking balsamic vinegar and some soaked dates. Yeah, so he's got a lot of things that you can make in bulk in advance and kind of pull from. Healthy, low salt, low sodium. The only thing he uses for sodium is this miso paste. A quick suggestion there, you're probably going to use less than you think. So get 1 container. I bought 2 containers off Amazon and I've not used half of the first one. So it goes a long way. Okay, so I tried these superfood breakfast bites and they're really good and they're quick and they're easy. They are time intensive to make though. And I found that my kids eat them like candy, so they don't last very long. I've also tried the warm pear compote, and it's really good. I think I'm gonna try that again this week. So basically what I'm gonna do is look through here and let's see, what of these ingredients do I still need to go buy and purchase? And I'm gonna make myself a list, obviously, and this is nothing new to you, and go to the store. I'm also going to try this morning grain bowls. I've got some leftover quinoa. I'm batching quinoa when I make it, so I'm going to try this and use some of that cooked quinoa. Maybe a little rice. We'll see. Did the sweet potato hash? Great. I'm not going to go that direction this week. It's really good, but I'm gonna try something new. I tried the kale and white bean soup. I recommend it. It's a good one to have. Very easy to make. It gives the difficulty level here, and it tells you about how much it makes. I tend to do 3 to 4 batches at one time and then just put everything in Tupperware. All right, so this week I'm gonna try this vegetable and red bean gumbo. Looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit of brown rice and some of those great veggies. Okay, so I tried the curried cauliflower soup and it's good. I mean, it's healthy, but I'm not sure I wanna try it again. Definitely recommend 3-bean chili if you like chili. Here's the tabbouleh that I recommend. Very fresh flavors. Oh my goodness. So a quick note on tomatoes and beans. You'll have to decide on your budget which one you can afford more, the canned beans or the dry beans. If you can portion out the dry beans, it'll be very effective for you. I made the mistake and did the entire bag of white beans in my Instapot, and I've still got them sitting in the fridge. Haven't used very many of them. The nice thing about beans is you can mix and match. I mean, if something calls for red kidney and you want to use the white beans, you absolutely can do that. Could change the flavor, but hey, it's your beans. The tomatoes, though, I would highly recommend fresh tomatoes over the canned. It's hit and miss on the quality and flavor of canned tomatoes, But the fresh tomatoes, especially for something like the tabbouleh salad I've made, make a huge difference. It's so alive and so fresh if they're ripe versus the canned tomatoes. So definitely recommend the fresh tomatoes on this golden tabbouleh. I'm going to do the gazpacho salad again this week. It was really good. And I'm going to use the fresh tomatoes and some peppers, and there's some onions I think in there, some cucumber, and the avocado. Got some ripe avocados I need to use this week. I tried this super salad with hemp hearts. It was really good. I loved the mustard dressing. Again, some good flavors in here. If you don't have almond butter, I just used almond milk. Don't worry about that. Man, these look really good. I haven't gotten to the point where I want to spend the time to make these, but one of these days, maybe closer to the spring and summer, I'll make these black bean burgers. The picture just looks amazing. Man, I've got to try this soon. I don't think it's this week, but that looks amazing. Roasted vegetable lasagna, and you use these whole grain lasagna noodles. This is a good dish. The flavors are good if you like curry, and you can put it on a bed of quinoa or brown rice. That looks pretty good. One of these days I'm going to try it. So instead of mashed potatoes, you use this cauliflower mash listed right here. So you can actually make mac and cheese with this book. They aren't using cheese. They're using this. There's the savory spice blend we talked about. So I'm really curious how this tastes like cheese because it's not in there. Whole grain pasta, nutritional yeast, almond butter. This one's good. It's got more Asian flavors in it. We enjoyed that one. Got some of that broccoli in there, your cruciferous vegetables. I'm trying to stay away from a lot of carbs this week, and I'm going to try that one though soon. Those look really good with pecans. I am going to try those. So a lot of colors is something that I've seen and heard recommended. All the colors of food have different types of phytonutrients, is what I've read and researched. So getting more color in your diet and your fruits and vegetables is a good thing. I'm going to try this one this week. Cauliflower mash, and this is a good way to make it low sodium. You've got a little bit of white miso paste in there, but great recipe to make that instead of mashed potatoes. Here is one I'm definitely doing this week. Got some sweet potatoes I need to use up. Balsamic date glaze. It looks amazing. And this is the category, this is the section that uses some of that date syrup, and some of these look amazing. So I'm going to pick one to try this week. Wow. I'm going to try this one. Raspberry peach crisp. Okay, so a quick point on fruits and vegetables, fresh or frozen. Typically when you buy produce, it has been picked early, maybe 2 weeks early, so it's not fully ripe, meaning they say all the nutrients have not developed yet, and so then when you buy it, it might even take another week for it to fully ripen. However, frozen fruits and vegetables have been picked at their peak ripeness, and with the technology nowadays, the time between picking and freezing is a lot shorter, so you're getting almost the ultimate ripeness. It's not having a tree in your backyard, but there are a lot more nutrients because they let it develop fully. Flavor-wise, of course, you're going to experience better flavors when you have a fresh, ripe vegetable or fruit, but when it comes to nutrients, you can't beat the frozen. They've even got strawberry banana nice cream. Overripe bananas, almond butter, strawberries, and vanilla bean. Wow, so you're basically eating frozen bananas, and I bet that tastes pretty darn close to ice cream. Wow, how is this possible? Goodness gracious. So it's the dates, the walnuts, and the pecans that kind of make that goo up. That looks really good. And the date syrup, we've been using it and it tastes wonderful. Wow, wow, wow. Who knew healthy eating could look and taste this good? And then they've got drinks here in the back, so I won't go through all that with you. Okay, so that's my short review of the How Not to Die cookbook. And now I'm going to show you just a couple of clips, time lapse of me putting some of the ingredients together, the savory spice blend and the date syrup. How Not to Die. You can check it out. It's on ebook. Obviously buy it on Amazon or probably at your library. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few things in the kitchen. First of all is my oatmeal. It's really good in the mornings. It's easy to make. I use my Instapot. I make enough for the family. We've got frozen blueberries, raspberries, cherries, blackberries, and I just take a couple of those and put them in a bowl and defrost them a little bit. and we can put date syrup on it. If you want, you can use honey or agave syrup. I put some nuts on there, so right away in the morning I get nuts, I get grains, good fiber, I get fruit, and a little bit of the date syrup gives it a little bit of sweet flavor. And so you can see right there, there's my bowl. It's got a couple of scoops of the oatmeal, fruit, nuts, and a little bit of date syrup. Okay, I'm here with Ava Joy, and we're gonna make the savory spice blend together. You ready? We're gonna make 8 batches. That's gonna fill up a mason jar to somewhere about right here, and it's gonna last 2 to 3 weeks. It's all dry, so you can we seal the top and we leave it on the counter. Okay, so I made a big batch of this chickpea and cauliflower curry. It's cooking right now. And while that's going, so there it is, a full jar of lime. All the fiber, every bit of the pulp in there, and I just put it in the recipes like that instead of just the juice. So I buy these at Aldi. These are the dates. I'm going to turn these into date syrup real quick. So check this out. Really easy way. You just soak them for about an hour in hot boiling water, and then puree the water and the dates in a food processor. So there's my dates in the water, and I'm going to put the top on here. And that makes it kind of like a jelly. I think they call it syrup. It's more like a jelly. There you go. So I put that in a mason jar, and I put a lid on it. And you can see this one, we've had this one for, a couple weeks. So use it for desserts, etc. It's really nice. Okay guys, so that's kind of an idea of how I do my meal prep and planning. Again, preparation is huge, and I think you'll end up saving a little bit of money if you do it right at the grocery store. I'm definitely eating out less, but anyways, thanks so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow.